Hey, what's going on, tribe? It's Red again, just hitting you guys up with another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. So gang, been guided to hit the collective up with a reading. It was a full moon, I think it's a full moon in Capricorn a few days ago. I was meaning to do a video for it, but I've just been sidetracked, so the energy of the full moon still lingers for like 3 days before and 3 days after the full moon. So yeah, just gonna hit the collective up with a reading to see what needs to be released. Let me send you guys some blessings, peace, love, light, oneness, unity, abundance, health, healing, forgiveness, acceptance, happiness, and joy. Yeah, so it's going to be a general reading, so just take what resonates. And also it's going to be a timeless reading, so when you come across this video, it's for you, right? Also, one thing that may resonate is I had a dream that, what's it called? I was fighting some, like, I don't know, group of people, and then I ended up cutting like their throats or whatever. And then I googled what the meaning meant of the dream, and then it was basically anything to do with like throats is like about communication, right? So yeah, so some of you may have communication issues or be needing to work on your communication, right? Like or just having problems with the throat chakra. As soon as I googled that, I was like, oh, it makes sense, man. So I was like, all right, cool. So then I had to pop the lapis lazuli on. So any blue crystals will help unblock your throat chakra, help with communication, self-expression, and speaking your truth. So that may be coming up for you. There may be a situation where you need to speak your truth, right? So that's just coming up in the collective, or just picking up whose ever energies that is. All right, so the first card that come out is surrender to passion. So you need to, your passion is where your like happiness and your kind of drive comes from, right? So some of you need to find your passion or make time for your passion. Say for instance, you like drawing, painting, singing, being out in nature, spending time with loved ones can be a passion as well, right? Whatever's taking you away from that, say for instance you're busy doing other stuff, right? You need to make time for your passion, because your passion is where your happiness lies, right? You know, when you're passionate about something, kind of time just speeds up and you could be doing something for hours, and it's like you look at the clock and it's like, raw, I've been doing this for like 4 hours and it's just passed by, because you're just in your zone, right? That's when you're like in the flow state. So yeah, some of you need to reignite your passion, or do something that's passionate to you, right? Always make time for yourself to do what you love, right? Because it's like a form of self-love, right? Let's see what else is popping. The next card is surrender comparison with others. So no matter where you're at on your journey, yeah, I've been experiencing this on my journey a lot recently, right? Don't compare yourself to other people, because everyone else's journey is different. Everyone's journey is unique to them, with obstacles and challenges designed for their soul's growth and evolution, right? So just because you haven't got it now doesn't mean that you're not going to have it, right? But yeah, don't compare yourself to others, because everyone's journey is different. It may seem it can be difficult at times, but you have to kind of realize that you're on a different path to other people, right? So I don't know, say for instance, I'll use this as an example, this keeps coming up in the readings. Success is different to everyone, right? Some people want a house, car, mansion, blah 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 blah. Other people may just want a bit of land and be away from the city, and you know, just have some chickens and a goat or something and a running stream, like do you know what I mean? So I'm up for the cottage in the woods and the running stream, to be fair. But then it's not envious, but it's like when you see people that want like cars and stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, I would like a car. And then on the other hand, it's like, no, I don't, because then it comes with a lot of responsibilities and bills and all this and that. So it's like, no, I'd rather not, if that makes sense. So yeah. But yeah, try not to compare yourself to others, man. It can be really hard at times. But yeah, you just need to keep your eyes kind of on what you want and focus more your attention on you. Some of you may need to call back your energy. Yeah, some of you may need to call back your energy. It will be very beneficial. And focus on your strengths, not your weaknesses. The next card is surrender your desire to control people. So remember, you cannot control other people, yeah? Relationship wise, friendship wise, family members, you cannot control other people, right? The only person you can control is yourself. So just concentrate on you, yeah? You can give people advice. Some of you may need to set boundaries with people and stuff. And once again, some of you may need to speak your truth to set these boundaries. But yeah, you can't control people. Everyone has free will, right? And like I keep saying this for parents as well. Like we're here to guide and protect our children, right? And support them, but they're on their own individual journey themselves, right? So they're going to experience certain things that's there for their soul's evolution and soul growth, right? So yeah, some of you may have OCD and like to control things because you felt that you didn't have control as a child. So that may be something you may want to check out. And ask yourself, why do you feel that you need to control certain things, people, situations? Why? And also being controlling can sabotage certain things, because when you're being controlling, you want things done a certain way. It has to be this way, it has to be that way, when in reality there's not just one way of doing things. I've had to learn this on my journey. It's about also being open-minded. When you're trying to control people, you're trying to mold them the way that you want them to be, right? Or situations, places, or whatever. But there's not just one way of doing stuff. So be open to taking other people's opinions. And also some of you may need to ask for help as well, instead of trying to do it all on your own. The next card is surrender to joy. So this come under the passionate card, the passion card as well. So yeah, you need to surrender to joy. You need to take control of your situation, right? Where is your time being spent, which is taking you away from the things that you want to do? Yeah, because your passion will bring you joy, right? So if you want, I don't know, if you like, for instance, I like being in nature, right? And it brings me joy being in nature. I like to see the plants. I like to see animals and stuff, right? So if I'm busy, sometimes I don't get to spend time in nature, right? And it's like I miss that, and being in nature brings me joy. So I have to kind of make time to spend in nature, if that makes sense. I have to cut back on certain things or not do certain things to then go spend time in nature, because that brings me joy and it's like a passion of mine. Maybe it's because I'm on earth sign, I don't know, I'm just really connected with Gaia and stuff. So yeah, you just got to be mindful. And like I was saying, it's a part of self-care as well, and loving yourself. You've got to make time to do the things that you want to do, because tomorrow is not promised, you know. So do stuff today, man. Like if you want to go traveling, go and travel. If you want to, don't be putting things off to tomorrow, because like I was saying, tomorrow's not promised, man. So if traveling is going to bring you joy, if quitting your job and going to move to Thailand is going to bring you joy, do that, man, because anything's possible, man. Listen, it's our limited thinking that stops a lot of things, because the life that you're living, you could be living a whole different life tomorrow, if that makes sense. Yeah, for real. So yeah, do whatever brings you joy. You may make some people upset by doing the things that you want to do, but you still got to do it for you, right? As long as you're not hurting people in the process and stuff. Yeah, you got to do what makes you happy, man. And make yourself a priority as well. So make sure your cup is filled, and then share the overflow. Oh, 9:36 was just on the clock. So some of you may be seeing a lot of synchronicities as well. Surrender to what is. So you need to learn to go with the flow, right? This has been my lesson of like the last week or whatever. Whatever's coming up for you, in general right now, just go with it, because the energy right now is just, it's intense and it's uncomfortable. It's like growing pains, man. It's so uncomfortable, man. I swear, Dad. Today I've been exhausted all day. I've done the bare minimum today, and even doing the bare minimum was like a workout, right? So do whatever you can with your energy levels or wherever you're at, and just go with the flow, man. Whatever's coming up for you. If you're feeling emotional, tired, I'm feeling quite run down, to be fair. So today I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna just take it easy. And literally just go with the flow, man. So yeah, you need to just go with the flow. Don't be so rigid, because yeah, when you're rigid, you're not letting things to just flow. Energy is flowing. So like giving and receiving is energy flowing, right? If you're giving in nature, learn to receive. If you're taking in nature, learn to give, right? Because it's about giving and receiving. If you're one just a certain way, will block the flow of energy. And what will be, man. So don't try to hold expectations of things. And most of the time, what we want, if we don't get something, what the universe brings, if if we want something and we don't get it, yeah, the universe will provide something even better. Yeah. So just take that, take that, and learn to just go with the flow, man. Just learn to be present, and whatever's coming up for you, just to confirmation, yeah, just to be present, man. Because I'm seeing a lot of synchronicities. 11:33 on the clock. Yeah, so just to surrender to what is, man. Just go with the flow. What is coming, what is going. You know, what is for you will come with ease. And if something was to leave your life, let it go, and send it with blessings, man. Because when something goes, something will be replaced. Surrender to the natural beauty of the natural world. So that's just basically saying, yeah, just surrender to the natural world, man. Try not to get too caught up in the artificial world and everything that's going on in the 3D realm, because 12:12 on the clock again. Yeah, there's a lot of synchronicities and repeating numbers coming up. So you may be seeing a lot of synchronicities. Your guides may be trying to communicate with you as well. A lot of twos just coming up as well, so be mindful of that. 2 is like the number of duality, right? And we're living in the duality reality. Rhyming in that. So yeah, surrender to the natural world. Try not to get too caught up in everything that's been on the media, social media, bloody the technology and all this stuff, because it's not real. Now when you're in nature, the trees and the plants, they're not trying to compete with each other. Everything just occurs when it's meant to occur, right? Like a rose isn't going to compete with the rose next to it. It's gonna bloom when it's meant to bloom. But in the 3D realm, everyone's competing and it's a rat race, and everyone's trying to stab each other and beat up man and take this and that from each other. And it's like, dude, you should be trying to help your fellow man. You're trying to grow and evolve as a species, right? Some of you may need to spend more time in nature. Grounding is very important. It will help you ground in the energies as well, because there's a lot of activity with the sun going on. There's a lot of solar flares. The Schumann resonance is off the chain. We just had a full moon as well, and this is all going to have an effect on our energy field, right? So if you've been feeling real emotional as well, it's maybe because of the moon. That's why they call it lunar. Yeah, because every time it's a full moon, people go a bit mad and lose their shit. That's why they call it lunatic. Lunatic. So the next card is surrender your ego. So yeah, we need you can never kill the ego, right? You need the ego to function in this realm, right? But make sure your ego is not running the show. Your soul is meant 14:14 on the clock. Your soul is meant to run the show. Your ego is just the vessel, right? But when you're, it's like, I'm just getting a vision, all right? When your ego is running the show, you're in like a car and no one's driving, right? The car's just going like pedal to the metal and the car's just going ragged. But when the soul's in control, right? The car's under control, if that makes sense. And be mindful, because your ego can destroy a lot of good relationships as well. So being stubborn, unforgiving, and all this is all ego. Fear-based things and all that is all ego. and if you're getting a lot of fearful thoughts and stuff, and just a lot of fear, just in a lot like a fearful state, just all ego, right? So you need to try to turn that around to love. Like there's only two real emotions in the universe, and that's love and fear, right? So you want to try be coming from a loving place. And one thing I will say is talk to your ego as you would a child. Yeah, because your ego, if you talk to your ego as a child, it responds better, because a lot of us tend to have a lot of negative self-talk. Well, yeah, can have a lot of negative self-talk, but the ego doesn't process certain things. The ego is kind of, sometimes it can get stuck, like, is it stuck? Maybe it's just past programming. Like, oh yeah, your ego is just that, got a lot of outdated programming from when you're a child, and your ego creates defense mechanisms for your survival, right? But you do not need them survival mechanisms anymore from where we're going, if that makes sense. So you need to let go of them, or work through them, should we say. And they're not easy to work through. Like if you've been through a lot of trauma and stuff like that, they're not easy to work through. So just be patient and gentle with yourself, and talk kindly to yourself. Like I was saying, talk to your ego as you was talking to a child. The next card is surrender to play. So make sure you're having, like I was saying, make sure you're having time to play. Yeah, my friend always cracks me up when she's like, "Oh yeah, like she's coming down. Do you want to play outside and stuff?" And it's like, you know what? That's so fucking cool. Like playing outside, like just going gallivanting, or just going and just doing different shit. It's like, yeah, you want to be a kid. You want to play outside, not just adulting, right? And I was like, I've took that on. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go play outside. So yeah, make sure you're having time to play, right? And doing fun things for yourself, not just adulting. Because when you're more an adult than you're a child, yeah, just take note. You're going to be an adult way longer than you was a child. So when you start doing things that you used to like doing as a kid, you find your adult life being more happy, yeah. And also play helps you take your mind off of things as well. And then the last card is surrender fear. That's a lot of Saturn energy, and we've got the full moon in Capricorn as well, because like the sun is Saturn, the planet is Saturn, the ring and stuff. So yeah, we've got the full moon that's in Saturn. So you may be having a lot of challenges come up. Capricorn's about stability, materialism, grounded, being stubborn, right? But so you may have a lot of challenges come up with the full moon, but you need to let go of fear. Yeah, fear is what's going to hold you back going forward. And fear, like I was saying, is all ego, and it's your mind that is telling you to be fearful. It's all good doing something, like, what's the word, taking risks, yeah. There's difference between taking risks and being in danger. They're two different things. Taking risks is stepping out your comfort zone and trying something new and stuff. And being in danger is like you're gonna get run over by a car or something, right? There's two different things. So you need to be courageous and face your fear head on, and like question yourself. It's always good to kind of talk to yourself, to challenge yourself. Yeah, like, oh, should I do this or shouldn't I do this? You know, not just go with it on autopilot and that. Most of the time I'm on autopilot, but I do talk and conversate with myself, yeah? Should I do this or shouldn't I do this, right? So you've got to check yourself. So yeah, some of you may need to step outside of your comfort zone as well, because nothing's going to grow there. And then I'll just read the message that's on the card as the last card. Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment, focus on solutions, and celebrate every baby step forward, right? So yeah, you need to celebrate every step forward. And yeah, one step, so like sometimes it may feel like you take one step forward and then 10 steps back, but it's still progress. You're still not in the same place that you used to be, right? Yeah. And it's about trying to focus on the solutions, not the problem. Yeah, if that makes sense. But yeah, gang, that's all the guidance I have for today. If you resonated with the reading, hit the comments and let me know, and I'm gonna hit you guys up real soon anyway. Peace, love, and light, tribe.